I grew up in the Episcopal Church. In Sunday school and youth group and worship, I learned to be a faithful Christian. I learned that we are called to love God with all our heart, soul, strength, and mind, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And somehow, that didn't make it any easier to understand or overcome racism. The civil rights protests of the 60s loomed large in my childhood. I grew up thinking that racism had been dealt with. The church seemed to be a voice for justice in my lifetime. But when it comes to racism, the church has been more of a follower than a leader. Racism and racial injustice are so deeply woven into the fabric of our church, country, and society that we sometimes can't even see them. I attended seminary at the Virginia Theological Seminary in Alexandria, Virginia. And I would often take long walks through the wooded campus with its broad lawns and stately faculty homes and beautiful buildings. Then one day I noticed that in the refectory, where we ate lunch together daily, all the staff behind the counter were people of color, while almost all the students and faculty were white. Many of those stately faculty homes were actually built by slave labor. Now, I love my seminary, and it's painful to learn that it has been so much a part of slavery and racial injustice. It's easier to ignore the shadows of slavery and racism. But the protests and demonstrations over the death of George Floyd this summer are shining a light on our lives and on our institutions. I would like to believe that our church can become a leader in the work of dismantling racism. To do that, we have to deal with racism as individuals and as a congregation. That's what the Sacred Ground Dialogue series seeks to do. It's a good program built around watching films and discussing readings together in safe, supportive, small group settings. I'm proud of our church for producing such a quality program, and I hope you will join me in this work by registering for the Sacred Ground program at St. Dunstan's Church, which begins on February 21st. That's a Sunday, running from 2 to 4 in the afternoon. See the website sdchp.org for more information about this program and to sign up.